Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Anne. In this video, I'll be featuring my individual swatch cards for my Turner Artist watercolors and Kusakabe single pigment paints. So this is currently where my Turner Artist watercolors reside, but I only place my Kusakabe paints here just for this video. Okay, to be exact, I do have 36 paints from Turner Artist watercolors, but I didn't place the titanium white and ivory black in paint pans because I don't think I need them for now. So I'm going to start off with my Kusakabe single pigment paints just because there's only a few of them, and this one is Chrome Orchid. This color is quite pale, like a pastel cool toned lilac. And next, this is Potter's Pale Pink. This color looks to me like a pastel dusty rose pink. And here we have Potter's Pink. This color is more earthier and deeper than the previous color. And the last of the Potter's Pink, this is Potter's Pink Deep. This color is like a brownish pink to me, bordering maroonish, but I love all my Potter's Pink. They're all very pretty. And here we have Prasudim Yellow, or is it Prasudim? Anyway, this is a neutral yellow, not too warm, not too cool either. And here we have Antimony Gray. This is a stunning cool tone gray. As for my last Kusakabe watercolor, this is Zinc Iron Chromite Mahogany. This color reminds me of a warm cocoa color. Okay, so here is just a bit of a comparison between Chrome Orchid and Potter's Pink Pale. They're both beautiful pastel colors, so I do recommend this if you are into pastels. And here are all the Potter's Pink together. All the Potter's Pink have such beautiful granulation, but of course with the Potter's Pink Pale, it's not too obvious because of its light color. So this yellow is quite bright and neutral. I'm beginning to like it. This Antimony Gray, again, this is such a stunning, beautiful gray, cool tone color. Lovely, lovely. And then this Zinc Iron Chromite Mahogany, that's a mouthful. I guess out of all the paints here, this is the most common, I think. But yeah, so here are the still pictures of my Kusakabe single pigment paints. And now for my Turner Artist watercolors. Okay, for my first color, this is Chinese White. So this color has two white pigments. This is why I decided not to pan titanium white. And then here we have Naples Yellow. This color looks like a warm beige to me. This can be used for skin tones, I guess. And here we have Citrus Yellow, which is part of the Japanesque 2 set. And here we have Permanent Lemon. And here, this is permanent yellow. And next we have permanent gamboge. This gives me like golden sun vibes. And here we have cadmium orange. So here is a bit of comparison of the citrus yellow, permanent lemon, and permanent yellow. So as you can see here, the citrus yellow looks a little subdued. The permanent lemon and yellow, yeah, there is a bit of a similarity in there. Just the permanent yellow is slightly warmer. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the new gamboge and permanent yellow. And finally, the still pictures of these paints. Now onto the reds and violets. And here is permanent scarlet. And now this is spiral red. And here we have rose red. And here we have Rose Madder Hue, which is from the Japanesque 2 set. And this one is Quinacridone Magenta. And now we have Turner Maroon. This color actually reminds me of a Perylene Violet. And now here we have Manganese Violet. And for the last color, this is Dioxazine Violet. Okay, so here we have permanent scarlet and pyrrole red. They are not similar, okay, because permanent scarlet to me looks a bit like a vermilion hue, while pyrrole red is just a very neutral red, not too warm, not too cool either. Okay, so as for rose red, this reminded me a bit of the permanent rose of Cotman. Okay, so here we have Rose Madder Hue along with Quinacridone Magenta. These are beautiful reds. I like all of these reds. I thought that they would look similar to each other, but they're not. The Quinacridone Magenta looks like a purplish red to me. Again, these are beautiful red paints. Okay, now here we have Turner Maroon and just a bit of a comparison with Rose Madder Hue. They don't really compare to each other. Again, this Turner Maroon reminds me of a Perylene Violet color. And then now this is Manganese Violet and Dioxazine Violet. Again, beautiful colors. Manganese Violet looks a little pinkish to me, which I kind of like. And yeah, these are beautiful violets here. And here are the still pictures of my reds and violets. And here we have the blues. So for my first blue, this is Ultramarine. And next, this one is Ultramarine Deep. And then here we have Cerulean Blue. And now we have Manganese Blue Hue. And this one is Turquoise Blue. Second to the last, this is Phthalo Blue Green shade. Okay, so this was an instant favorite for me. This is Maya Blue. Okay, so comparing ultramarine and ultramarine deep, I like both of these. At first, I thought I didn't like ultramarine deep. I thought it will be more purplish, but it isn't. It is just the deeper version of the ultramarine. Okay, for a brief description of some of these paints, cerulean blue hue, to me, this can be great for a summer or spring sky color. As for manganese blue hue and turquoise blue, I think this is going to be perfect for a summer themed ocean color. Okay, so this phthalo blue green shade, I don't have anything bad to say about this. It's beautiful, and the Maya blue is such a unique blue green deep color. And here are the still pictures. And now here are my green paints, starting with phthalo green. And here next is Turner yellow green. This reminds me a bit of a May green color. And here we have sap green. And this one is hooker's green. Second to the last, this is olive green. And for the last green, this is chrome oxide green. So there isn't much to compare here, but here is a side-by-side between sap green and hooker's green. Normally, I always have an issue with my green paints, but so far with these Turner Artist watercolors, I don't have any problem with them. As for the olive green, I love this olive green. It's probably my favorite out of all the olive greens that I have. This is chrome oxide green, also known as PG17. Again, beautiful earthy color. These are the still pictures of my greens. Okay, for the last group of my Turner Artist watercolors, first up, this is yellow ochre. Okay, PY42 and PR101, not a very common combo for this color. Here we have Venetian red. And next we have burnt sienna. And here we have Mars Violet, which is from the Japanesque 2 set. And for the last brown, this is Burnt Umber. And for my last color, this is Charcoal Red shade. Okay, so here I'm comparing Venetian red to burnt sienna. As you can see here, Venetian red is like a very deep brownish red. It's very pretty. It reminds me a little bit of a rose brown color. And here we have burnt umber and burnt sienna, just a bit of comparison between the two. As you can see that burnt sienna is more reddish, of course. I like these Turner Artist watercolors. I wish I have access to purchase them individually. And here are the still pictures of the last group. Okay, so I guess that is going to be it for my journey of my individual swatch cards of paints. These Turner Artist watercolors, they are beautiful. Again, I wish I could have access to their paints individually, because I would love to get more of their paints, but purchasing them in sets is a little bit on the pricier side. Okay, and again, my Kusakabe paints, I love these paints as well. They're just a little bit too expensive for me. That's why I have to be very picky with my paints. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.